Hi guys, welcome to another Wayward Wednesday. Not anymore. Oh Jesus. That's the week I've been having. Let's try this again, shall we? Hi guys, welcome to a Winged Wednesday. It's spring! See you after the intro. Okay, I hope today is going to be short and sweet and not too rambly, but I'll preface it by saying that I have no control over my mouth when I'm excited about something, so there's that. Let's get things out of the way, shall we? Today I'm talking about Sundial by Catriona Ward. This is my second book for her, and oh boy, do I have things to say. To get things out of the way, I can simply adore a book, but there are things about it that deduct some points. So my numeral rating is not always as concise, but if you want that, so for Sundial, I gave it an overall rating of 4.79 and an enjoyment rating of 4.5. And just to explain that a bit, because overall, if you were to ask me, I would say this is a 5-star book as far as how I feel about it. So I didn't enjoy it as much as I could because there were parts of it that were like really visceral and evoked some emotions that I had to put the book down for a little bit. That is a great thing. It means that the author, Catriona, because now she's an auto-buy, so I decided she's my friend. So Catriona did a really great job emoting and evoking those feelings. So with my unbiased opinion out of the way, if you were to ask me, I pretty much think this is gonna make into my best of the year. We'll see, spoiler alert, hope you forget I said that, because it probably is. But anyway, what is it about Sundial? Sundial tells us the story of a mother and a daughter. Rob is haunted by her past. She used to live in this almost a commune, but it was just one family in the desert. And some not so very good things happened to the point that she left it behind and tried to live her best suburban life. Things, I mean, you know this in the first chapter, things were not quite as she expected, even though she was still faking it, trying to make it. But her husband, move your child away, because I'm probably gonna be cursing, but he's an asshole. He's a prick. He cheats on her. He is abusive. There is some of that in here, so I suggest you check the trigger warnings or content warnings, because some things might trigger some people and not others. But anyway, so there's definitely some content warnings on this one. Check it for yourself. I'm not gonna say it because I'm not spoiling this book, but I will say this, Ward did a really great job managing all of those, and everything was crucial to the plot, and it was treated with respect. Then she has a little daughter, Kelly, that she thinks is a bit weird. And when she finally finds some bones in Kelly's room, she decides it's time to go back to Sundial. Face her past, because Kelly reminds her a lot of things that happened in there. Can you escape your blood? I don't know, but they go on this road trip. Kelly notices that her mom, I'll put this now, her mom is finding her a little on the strange side. And the way her mom looks at her is weird, and now she's getting away with things that she couldn't before. So for a 12-year-old, she's very insightful and she's nervous, unnerved, and she thinks her mom has some plans that might involve one of them never leaving Sundial alive. Let's leave it at that. That's the plot. Now for my feelings about it. I'll start by talking about Catriona here. I adored the first book I read from her, The House on Hill Street. And I adored Sundial. What I can say is that she writes for me or for people like me. I think some people might like it, some people might not like it, and that's all fine. But she does all the right things for me. And she makes things hard because it's hard to talk about Ward's books without spoiling it. So I'll try it again. I think I managed with Needless Street, but let's see. So the way that she writes, Catriona brings this darkness. Like, and I mean darkness in the most accurate and authentic way possible. She brings the darkness that we all have. So all her characters, well, except for Irving in this book, are mortally gray. They are multi-dimensional people that have their feelings. They are really flawed, and sometimes they try to do the best with what they had, and sometimes they do the wrong thing and they know it's wrong. They make mistakes. They are humans. Are they always likable? No, but in my opinion, they are always compelling. You invested in them. You want to see like all the sides. It's like a diamond, and you just want to put through the light and see the rainbow come in all directions because you mesmerized by them. I'm mesmerized by her characters. Again, not Irving. She brings you to this darkness, okay, with her characters, with her atmosphere, and you're there, and it should be so uncomfortable, but it isn't, because as you are in the middle of this darkness, it's like you feel this gentle, soft touch or warmth around you, telling you it's gonna be okay. It's okay to be the darkness, child. Just let me take you on my journey, and on her journey I go. Whew. And this might not work for everyone, but I really, really appreciated how she also is gutsy. I mean, she's a woman, so I'm not gonna say she has balls, but she's so gutsy in the sense that I think she has a very brilliant mind and ideas, and she takes something that, you know, we know, whether be it a trope, an archetype, or whatever. But then where most people, most authors or writers would take this idea and just grow like this, she does it like it's a freaking, you know, birthday party balloon. She blows that idea and she turns it into something else completely, and she goes in a direction that you didn't know. She has conviction, I would say. She knows where she wants to go with her novel. She makes it happen, and it goes there and is fresh and original. And I like the way that she thinks, and at the same time, it is so organic. It feels like, huh, isn't that something? So I really love the way that she plots, where she takes, and everything is done so carefully, how she's not afraid to bring in some really dark things. And without spoiling, I was just say that one of the analogies here, like, take a bow, sweetie, take a bow. Can you tell I really like this book? Yes, I really like this book. I'll continue to read from Catriona. And am I using this as an excuse? Because for both books, by a small margin, and I do like the UK cover better. But am I gonna get Needless Street and Sundial in the North American cover? Yes, probably, because they're just as beautiful. Like, that's another thing. Even if you don't want to read the book, which you should buy the books, because look at them. Like, if you want to go on TikTok, if you want to post it on Instagram, if you just want this on your shelf, just go for it. You cannot go wrong. All her covers are Last thing I'll say, and let me think about this, because I don't want to spoil this book. I think there's always ways to read a book, and I wish I could. Wait. My hair is so flat. Here. There are different ways to read a book, and I wish I could quote who said that, because it's the truest thing I heard. Well, not the truest things, one of the truest things I've heard in a really long time. But I read or heard somewhere that when a book is published, it is no longer the author's. And that is so true, because when a book is well written, people will take different things from it. And I think War does this really, really well. Her mind is a beautiful place, and it meets mine in a way that I always take very impactful things from her book. I know I'm being vague. But for me, the way I read this book and what made it so great, and again, this could be just me, but is this, ultimately, this book is a book about unconditional love. And how when you unconditionally love someone, you are willing to go through hell and back. You are willing to sacrifice yourself, the other, something. But it's not always, it is a positive, impactful, visceral, consuming things, and it's a beautiful way to feel, to know that you can unconditionally love someone, or to be unconditionally loved. But with it comes the heavy burden of moral grayness. I'll just leave it at that. And that, for me, my friend, is how I drop the mic. If you haven't already, read this book. And now I'm gonna try something new. Your support means a lot to me. Let's do the BookTube YouTube chat. I would appreciate it if you could like and share this video with your friends. I really want the algorithm to put me out there. And if you haven't already, subscribe. I'm somewhat consistent in my posting, but that's that. But I love the books I talk about. I love having you here, and now I feel awkward, so message given, and I'll see you on Friday. And until then, be the hummingbird. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here and you don't know what the hummingbird is, I'll link this video where I explain it. Bye.